The lack of the shirt, the lack of the shoes, the fact that he didn't talk, and even, this is a man who is on trial for his life and didn't even say, I am not guilty.
Well, I think justice was definitely done for Michelle and her family. You know, it's been 6 years since he's been walking, you know, just free as a bird, and, you know, I think justice was served.
Was there a turning point in the trial when you thought, oh, it's all coming together?
When Jason had to go give his NSO, the non-testimonial order, and had to go down to the Wake County Sheriff's Department, and they took photos of his body, and he didn't have a scratch, a bruise, nothing on him, it was going to be really hard for me to find him guilty. I guess really then on Friday, before we went to deliberate, he gave out about a 6-page a document saying, you know, certain parts of the law that we could use, and circumstantial evidence, there was a mountain of it. There was no direct evidence, you know, directly linking him to the crime.
So what was it in the 10 hours that you deliberated that convinced you otherwise?
Well, mostly the circumstantial evidence. Just he couldn't produce the shirt that he was wearing at midnight when he was seen on camera at the Hampton Inn. He didn't have the shoes. The Hush Puppy shoes were gone. The jeans, he didn't have the jeans on that he had on at the Cracker Barrel. There were a pair of jeans in his suitcase, but when we looked at the photo, you could tell that they were just a different set of jeans. And you know, if you're innocent, you would be handing this stuff to the police. You know, we went through the timeline, the gas mileage, and it all worked out whether it was him or not there. You know, Michelle was a smoker, an occasional smoker, before she met Jason, and he hated smoking so much that she quit. So the whole thing with the cigar, none of us bought it. We just, you know, we didn't find it credible.
Do you think that he had unplugged the camera?
Yes. So just so many circumstantial evidence. I mean, how unlucky can one guy be?
Well, Larry, this juror says she and her fellow jurors are sure that Jason Young murdered his wife, but they may be doubtful that he did it alone.
He would have had to have and probably had help.
Had help.
Probably did have help. That's what we had surmised.
The hardest job Anthony Fuller says he's ever had was to decide whether Jason Young was guilty of killing his pregnant wife, Michelle.
I can't convict him for being a jerk. I can't convict him for being immature.
There was no physical evidence linking Young to the crime, but Fuller says jury members took the judge's instructions to heart that they could convict if they believed Young was at the crime scene or somehow had help in the crime.
While we were deliberating, we started naming all of these coincidences, and it's like, how do you just have so many coincidences?
Fuller also questioned Young's lack of emotion throughout the trial.